and the collection just keeps growing. Hello friends and fans, this is ThomasZoey3000 here, and welcome back to another model railroad video. And this time, it will feature a running session. Yeah, it will indeed feature a running session after I've done the review of not just this engine, but some nice rolling stock right over there. These actually arrived in the mail a couple of days ago, and I'm going to admit I was going to film them right on the night when I got them, but you know, after the last video I did where I was just a little too excited, my speech was just messed up, so didn't want to do that again, so I decided to wait a couple of days, and plus I needed the time, so it's a Saturday, I got a day off, so yeah, now I have the time to do this. Of course, I don't know when I'm going to be posting this video, but we'll worry about that later. Anyways, let's get on to the items, shall we? First up is the only Hornby item in here. I'm just going to move this out of the way, just for a little bit of room. The only Hornby item in this video, it is a B2 Peckett tank engine from the National Coal Board Railway. How cool is that? I first learned about the B2s from Sam's Trains, though his version is a green one, mine's a blue. And in comparison, the blue on the picture here for this version of the tank engine is different compared to the actual model. The model actually looks a little bit better than the picture. Yeah. A fun fact, in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, I found this model on British Model Trains Ltd's website. And I figured, okay, since I'm going to go down to the British Train Show in late April, I'll get it then. That's what I thought when I first saw the engine. Then everything just happened. And by everything, you guys know I'm referring to the pandemic that's going on. Yeah, so I couldn't really go. So instead I decided to buy the B2 along with some rolling stock and, you know, just get them for my collection and maybe do a nice running session with them. Yeah. Don't worry, I've wiped out everything, so it's all clean, it's all good, I'm okay. Yeah, I got the B2, and I don't know what I'll get next time, but that's next time. Yeah, but I'm just happy to have the B2 nonetheless. And this, by the way, came from British Model Trains Ltd. They're the company that's taken pretty much everything that Model Railway Imports had and is now incorporated their stuff along with what they had originally. So they got a lot in stock, I can tell you that much. And they're really nice people, by the way. I've seen them at the Brampton Train Show last year. Yeah, and that's where I got the H2 Atlantic, the J83, as well as the LMS coaches, and a few of my wagons. Yeah, that's where I got all that stuff from. Yeah, in case you guys were wondering. And if you guys would like to see the British Model Trains Ltd website, I'll make sure to leave a link in the description down below. If I don't, let me know, and I will put that in there, okay? Alright, so enough of the chit-chat, let's get on to looking at the box, shall we? Okay, so from this end of the box, we see that it is a Hornby item, and it's DCC ready. The product code is R3695 Peckett B2 NCB for National Coal Board, and then there's the name of the engine, I'm assuming, but I can never say the name right, so I'm not going to bother saying it. And it cost me $160. Not a bad price for the engine. Anyway, here's some information about the B2s, and they are made by the Peckett Company. There's some info here. I don't know if you guys can read it or not, and I swear there's a piece of hair right there. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, so if you want to read that info, go right ahead. Alright, so now that you've had a good look at it, you can see that on this end of the box we got nothing, that we got a nice top view of the tank engine from above, and the usual Hornby info at the bottom. Alright, now that we've had a good look at the box, let's get the sleeve off and get the engine out. Voila. Notice the difference in the blue? Definitely looks better. Alright. So now let's get it out. I haven't taken it out of the block of ice, so this will be a first time for me, as well as for you guys. Okay, so we got the usual instructions with the locomotive. And for lubrication points, body removal, and DCC ready in case you want to, you know, fit a DCC decoder into the engine. That's really cool. The engine doesn't come with a detail bag, but considering it's got a lot of details on it already, I don't really think we need to worry about that. So anyway, here we go. Yeah. The sleeve is off, and we got a better look at the engine. Wow. And now, I'm going to take this off. And we're going to get the engine out of its packaging. Gently does it. I'm going to bring over a piece of Bachmann Easy Track. There we go. The B2 tank engine. Now I'm just going to get the packaging out of the way as fast as I can possibly do so, and then we'll have a good look at the tank engine. And then it's on to the rolling stock. Yeah, I got about 9 pieces here, so there's a lot to look at and a lot to see in the running session. Okay, now let's have a good look at the tank engine from the front. It does look really nice, I will admit. It's got a separately fitted handrail right there. Nice little coupler right there, as well as the very small hook and loop coupler. Does it have sprung buffers? No, I didn't think so. But the boiler is indeed made out of metal, which is good, really good. So that makes up for the lack of sprung buffers. Looking at the locomotive from this light, the smoke box door looks really, really impressive, and there's a little lamp iron up there. Really, really nice. Now we're going to go to the side view here of the tank engine. That livery just looks fantastic. I mean, seriously. The white lining along the entire boiler. Wow. And NCB, that's picked out really nicely. Nice separately fitted handrails. Again, the boiler's really nice and cold. Small little cap up here. We'll get back to the top of the boiler in a short while. I'm guessing that's a sandbox right there. And look at these pipes. Very nicely picked out. There's the cylinder for the locomotive. And the beautiful linkage motion. And unlike some of my other engines, this engine comes with red side rods. How cool is that? Plus, it has hazard stripes on the steps. That is really, really nice. Also, I guess you can see the builder's plate right there. And if you guys can read it, please let me know what it actually says. There's also plenty of nice rivets on the locomotive, which adds that little bit of extra detail to it. And there's even nice riveting along the boiler. That is really cool. Wow. And then we're going to look inside the cab, which is very nicely painted. I mean, seriously, guys. It looks really good inside that cab. Really nice. I am impressed with the B2. Yeah, I'm definitely considering on getting a few more of these tank engines. The lining continues on the back of the coal bunker. No sprung buffers again, but that's okay. Everything looks really good. I guess there's another lamp iron back there. I guess in case another lamp or a lamp needs to go back there. And the engine has glazed windows at the back, and I'm assuming it's got glazed windows up at the front. And yes, it does, from what I can see from this angle alone. Wow. I have to admit, I am amazed by Hornby's latest models. I mean, seriously, new locomotives, new tools. They're just amazing. Truly amazing. And the details continue up onto the roof. Ooh, you got a nice whistle up there. Ooh, very sharp. Is that made out of metal? No, I don't think it is. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. The boiler's made out of metal. Ooh, the running board's made out of metal too, which is really good. Yeah, the B2 looks really, really nice. Of course, it'll look even better once it's running. And we'll get into the running in a short little while. Just going to put the B2 back here. And I'm going to look at some of our rolling stock here. From Bachmann branch lines, we have a Southern Railways pillbox brake van. Though it's in a BR gray and it's weathered. Costing me $39.75. A bit pricey, yes, but you know what? I've been needing to get more brake fans, so yeah, I don't mind. Okay, here we go. The pillbox brake fan. Oh, and what do you know? The pillbox actually gets a detail bag. I'm guessing more details for in and around the brake fan. I'm not 100% sure where these pieces go. If you guys do know where these pieces go on the pillbox, just let me know, okay? Because I honestly have no idea. To me, a brake van's a brake van. But that just shows that I know very little about British rolling stock. Alright, so we'll get this open. Take off the layers of plastic on top to keep it safe. And I'll put it right here. Oh, jeez, it wants to roll away. You know what? Just put it right there. And again, I'll get the box out of the way. So that way we don't have all this stuff just pretty much stacked up all around us. Now we can have a better look at the models. Yeah, I'll seal it up afterwards. Wasting too much time on that. So anyway, here we are with a pillbox brake van. And as we saw, it's a good roller. So that's really nice. I'm not feeling any metal on here, so that would explain why it's a little bit light. Yeah, that's alright. And it does have a weather job on it too. Very subtle, but it does. Is that glazing on the windows? I have to have a good look at it. Oh yeah, it does have glazing on the windows. Okay, so that's a nice little feature. Little lamp irons here. Nice buffers. Plastic though. That's alright though. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I'm just going to move the B2 like this and just put the brake van right there. And now we're moving on to another Bachmann piece of rolling stock. The box is pretty much the same, only this one cost me $28. Oh, I guess I should show you this end of the box before I open it up. It's a 12-ton non-ventilated van. It's a BR late weathered. I can't really pronounce that word, so I'm not going to bother to try. Alright. Come on out. Come on. Alright. Plastic off, and here it is. Oop. Right there you go. And I got a few pieces of Bachmann rolling stock. But like I said, only one Hornby item in this video. Yeah. Alright, so, another van. As you can tell, there is some weathering down at the bottom. And pilot trucks look really nice. Seriously. Any metal? I'm not feeling any. Oh well, that's okay. Brake piping for, well, the brakes, obviously. Looks really nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah. Very nice brake fan indeed. Okay, one more piece of Bachmann freight rolling stock, and it's kind of upside down in this box. It's a bit of a different style box. Part of the blue reband lineup. Kind of similar to that of my N-Class engine. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, this is a 5-ton steel floor lily shell. I don't know how to say it, and you know what? I'm just going to butcher the name if I try to say it, so I'm not going to bother. That's really interesting, though, that I got one of the blue rebands. Very interesting. Okay, now right side up. Here we go. Okay, just put the wagon there. Close up the box. And here we are. A limestone car. We'll just call it a limestone car. Very nice details down there. Oh, and ignore the meowing. My cat just wants a lot of attention. I gave her attention just a few minutes ago. Oh, yeah. Wait. Are these? Nope, they're not metal. I thought they were metal. They tricked me. Felt like metal, but they're really plastic. Oh. Okay, there we go. It's really nice indeed. Okay. Now, you guys are in for a real treat. Some Oxford rail wagons. Oh, and in case you're wondering what that last car cost me about 25 bucks. This one, though, this gem of a wagon, cost me $18. Yeah, Oxford Rail, good with pricing. Yeah, I was hoping to get a ton of them at the train show, but, well, that never happened, so... Oh, well. It's pretty much the same style of Oxford Rail boxes we've come to know and love, with their code down there showing that this is a BR Gray 7-plank wagon. I think I have this particular wagon, but, you know, it never hurts to have more than a few copies of a certain wagon, you know, because having duplicates just means that you got the same style of wagons in your collection. And you can have a nice matching train, in a way. Okay. Now let's have a look at the 7-plank, shall we? Yeah, I really like Oxford Rail's wagons. Seriously, there's even detail underneath the wagon. That is really nice. The paint job is very nicely done. Oop, better not drop this one. And unlike Bachmann, come on camera, focus up, focus. These ones come with metal buffers, so that is a really nice treat. I got several Oxford Rail wagons already. Can you blame me? These are amazing little wagons. Oxford Rail gets 2 thumbs up from me every time. Alright, and our last Oxford Rail wagon for now is a United wagon, which costs me $15. Very interesting. This is a United Collieries 54394 4-plank wagon. Really nice. Alright. Come on out. I don't believe I have this wagon. I'll have a look in my collection later when I'm, you know, giving the B2 its run-ins. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have that specific wagon. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's been a while since I looked at it. Anyway, the paint job looks really, really nice. Seriously. Load 8 tons. That is really, really nice. I love the fact that these wheels have the white lining on them. Same, in fact, with this wagon. The Bachmann one has it too. But but still, the white lining's always a nice feature, and I'm sure it's a good roller. Oh yeah. It is indeed a good roller. And metal buffers. Very nice. Very, very nice. And there we go. That's all the freight rolling stock I've gotten from British Model Trains Ltd. For now. Yeah, for now. But of course, I can't just get a locomotive and wagons alone. Oh no, I have to get some coaches because I only had 6. Well, I've got 9 now. Just going to show you this box, and then I'll just open up the other ones. Each one of these costs about $49 each, which is okay with me. But yeah, as you can tell, this is in the BR chocolate and cream colors, which looks really nice. And if we look here to the side of the box, I'll just move the camera so that way you can see it better. This is a BR Mark 1 BSK coach brake second corridor. Okay, there we go. Chocolate and cream weathered. And for interest's sake, I might as well just show you the ends of these boxes as well. BR Mark 1 coach first corridor chocolate and cream weathered. And for our last coach, it's another BR one. This is a BR Mark 1 coach composite corridor chocolate and cream weathered. So they're all weathered coaches, which is fine with me, really. We'll get to the other two in just a minute. This is the one we're looking at first and foremost. Nothing to really look at the back of the box, or the top, or this side. It's got a red bottom, but you know, nothing really interesting to see other than the logo. Alright, so without further ado, let's get the coach out, and then we'll get the other two out, and we'll see the B2 running for the first time ever. Okay. Oh, and there's a detail bag up here. I guess all the coaches have them. Okay, so we got this little thing here for the corridors. I don't even know what that's called. And I guess brake rigging for the coach? I'm not 100% sure on that. If you guys do know, let me know in the comment section, okay? Yeah. Alright. Let's take these off. Get rid of those. And we'll get our coach out of the box, which is a little bit heavier compared to the wagons. I'm just going to put this here for now. Stay. Stops rolling on my command. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to put the packagings back together again and just make sure that we don't have any cluttered space around here, you know? Yeah, there we go. That'll do. And we'll have a look at our first coach. The chocolate and cream livery. It's really nice. And it does have interior inside. Something different compared to the Hogwarts coaches, so Bachmann learned from that. Either that, or they didn't come with interiors because it was a kid's playset. And there's a little logo down there. Along with tiny little lettering down there. If you guys can read that, let me know what it says, okay? And there's a number here, W34303. C1. I've already decided on which engine's going to pull these coaches, but I'm not going to say which engine's going to be. I want you to be surprised by it. Wow. Certainly a lot heavier than my Hornby coaches. You know, the Hornby Railroad ones that I got, as well as that Great Western Clustery coach. I really need to keep these coaches from rolling away. There we go. Okay. So now let's get our second coach out. Man, I am so excited with this. Getting brand new model trains. And yeah, same details on top except without the corridor. Alright. Yep, stop rolling. Okay, that time was me. Alright. Yeah. And I actually want to hear from you guys. Should I do this every time? Or every couple of months or so? Just order 10 or, in this case, 9 pieces of British train stock and just review it all together? Again, let me know in the comment section. Nice details on the inside. And the number on this one is W13134. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, just put this coach right here. Hopefully it doesn't roll away, and it is. You know what? There we go. No rolling away on my watch. Okay, our last coach here. Same details as the last coach. Well, same detail in the bag. And I guess similar details to the last coach too. Don't even think about it. Alright. And the meowing continues. Oh wow. Okay. Looks really nice. So there's something on the window here. Do you guys know what that is on the window? I'm not 100% sure on that one. I don't think my other coaches have that. Oh wait, one of them does. The other one, the first one I showed you, doesn't. How interesting is that? Okay, and this one is W15060. Really nice. And now let's see how good of a roller this one is. Too good of a roller, really. Alright, so there we go. The B2, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of freight rolling stock and 3 coaches. And now that we've actually had a good look at everything as it came out of the box, well, boxes, I should say, why don't we just move over to the layout and get the B2 running? And hope that it works. Alright, and there's the B2 sitting on the inside line. And just so you guys know, I have cleaned the rails as of this morning. So there shouldn't be any electrical problems with the locomotive. Hopefully. Oh, I wish there was... Oh, there we go. Knock on wood. Yeah, knock on wood. Yeah, the B2 looks quite nice on my little old layout. But of course, as you guys know, this layout will soon be coming down in favor of a much bigger and more impressive looking layout. But that's due later on. For right now though, this layout still remains in operation. And it is the very layout that I'll be running the B2 on. And now, without further ado, let's get the engine running. And really, I hope it works. Because after all the compliments I gave it, if it doesn't work, I might not be happy. Here we go. It's not moving. Oh, there it goes. Just needed a little gentle push. And it stopped. What happened? Oh dear. Is that track dirty? Can't be. I actually cleaned it this morning. Yeah, it just needs a good running in, I guess. Yeah, it should be running nicely. I thoroughly cleaned those tracks this morning. Let's see, I'll just increase the speed just a little. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some investigating on that one, so excuse me, guys. Alright, so I got the engine running. It's a little bit faster than I want it to be. And this is in spite of the fact that I've cleaned my rails thoroughly. Well, I thought it was thorough, but apparently not. There was still plenty of that horrid, awkward, black gunk on the rails. And if you guys don't believe me, this is what I ended up picking up off the rails. Seriously. Ay, ay, ay. Well, either way, in spite of that, the B2 is running, and she is going forward, as you can see. I'm trying not to show you the other engine, because I want that to be a little bit of a surprise. Yeah. Plus, too, I think the engine just needs a good running in, and then it should be alright. Now, if I remember correctly, Sam's Trains did say that these little B2 tank engines had 3-pole motors rather than 5-pole. The 5-pole motors are the best, for what he says, and 3 poles, they're generally not the best in the world. So, yeah. But, you know what, for this little tank engine, it's alright. And like I said, once it's run in, it'll be fine. Anyway, I'll capture a few shots of the B2 running around, run it for about 30 minutes forwards, 30 minutes in reverse, and then I'll get the coaches and the wagons, and we'll have ourselves a nice little running session. Alright, the engine's now had her break-in runs. And I've discovered that after being run in, the Peckett B2 can really do a nice crawl. The only problem is I can't do too slow of a crawl because of... yeah, those switches. Hopefully the new layout won't be plagued with that kind of problem. Hey, don't take my word on the slow crawl. Just see for yourself. If she'll run. Oh, come on, you were just running. Yeah, playing a little cheeky on me, are you? You know. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Ooh, very nice. Yeah, my tracks are not meant for slow crawls, but it is smooth runner regardless. That's in forwards. And in reverse. Very nice. Granted, it probably would be a little bit better with a 5-pole skew motor instead of a 3-pole, but nonetheless, it is a very nice engine, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. Alright, now that I've done all the talking, let's back up and couple up to our train. The train is inside the tunnel. So let's get it. Very nice. Alright. And actually, before we start off, I want to point out that the wagon that's right behind the B2 looks similar to that wagon, but that wagon's just a little bit smaller in size compared to this wagon. Alright, now let's get rolling. Yeah, see what I mean about those darn switches? They always cost me nothing but problems. But at least now I can run the engine at 50. When I started the engine's run, well, I had to have her at 70. Because of those switches, 50 is the best I can go at. If it was the outside line, that'd be a different story altogether. Now, the coaches. They're waiting at the station and waiting to be picked up by an engine. But which engine? Well, let's just see for ourselves. If I got it going backwards. Yep, it's the H2 Atlantic. You guys finally get a chance to see the H2 Atlantic in action. Back up a little bit more. Alright. Is she coupled to the coaches? Let's see. Yep. Alright, we're off. There they go. And here's the B2. With our small little goods train. And here's the Atlantic. Alright, on to the operating session. And that, my friends, is the running session of the Hornby B2, along with some new wagons from both Bachmann and Oxford Rail, as well as the BR chocolate and cream coaches from Bachmann branch lines. So honestly, what do I think of this huge bundle? It's an amazing bundle. I'm glad I picked them out. And I especially thank British Model Trains Ltd for sending them to me. Yeah. They got good prices, and again, I'll leave a link in the description down below if I can remember it. If I don't, remind me, and then I'll put up the link, okay? Especially for those of you who are living in Ontario or anywhere in Canada, and you want a good deal on certain pieces, then yeah. You'll definitely want to check out British Model Trains Ltd. They are good people. They are good people. Anyway, the B2, definitely a very nice engine. Just needs to be run in once you get it out of the box. And then you'll find out it's a very smooth runner. A really smooth runner and a quiet one too. She's also quite speedy, I will say that. Yeah, she's quite speedy. Still a good looking tank engine, and I'm definitely going to try to acquire a few more in the future. Not right now, obviously, but at some point in the future. Oh yeah, and the H2, although not technically part of this review video, I will admit it is a good runner. It is speedy. I think just a tad bit faster than the B2 tank engine, but, you know, still a good runner, and definitely a speedy one. Bit expensive though. Cost $130 more than the B2. So unless you have really deep pockets, I would suggest waiting until the locomotive maybe goes on discount. As for the wagons, definitely good wagons to have in my collection. And the coaches, they're wonderful. I mean, just look at them. Even weathered, they look great. Though from this distance, you can't even tell if they're weathered or not. Let's actually have a look at the van and the brake van and see if we can spot that weathering. Yeah, you can actually just see the weathering. So overall, I'm very happy with this bundle. I'm glad I bought it all, and yeah, just definitely glad to have it. Now I got more coaches to run with my engines. Maybe I can stop using my Hogwarts coaches all the time. And plus now I got a Southern Railways brake van, which is good for my Southern engines. And of course, more freight. Always looks good. And considering I had all of that before, that's just for the smaller couplers, mind you. Well, it just makes my collection look bigger and more impressive than ever before. And gives me a bit of variety too. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a great recommendation from yours truly. Definitely acquire the B2 if you don't already have one. And be sure to pick up any Oxford Rail rolling stock, and if you are willing to pay the price, then definitely pick up the Bachmann branch lines rolling stock, okay? Alright. Anyway, that's it for me right now. Gotta get on to uploading this video. So, until next time, YouTubers, I am ThomasZoey3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm signing off.